Okay, so I just had a cop while I'm sitting over there on one of the benches that I photographed earlier, literally approach me and tell me that a woman had said that it looked like I was having a hard day. This is the only statement I could get from the officer. And that she believed the police needed to come and see me as I sat alone quietly on the bench. So while I did those 3 photos that I put on Facebook, within minutes, like 2 minutes, I was approached by cops. So there's surveillance cameras over there. I sat down, I got my water out, I kept my blue coat on. She ID'd me from wearing my blue coat. I put my bag down, my water and my vapes to my right. I got on the maps. I did 3 photos on the map, sitting quietly, not saying a word. Next thing I know, after they go up, so look at the times of these photos. I was approached by 2 bicycle cops saying that a woman had reported me as looking like I was having a bad day. All I did was use the restroom, fill up my water bottle that you can see there, walk slowly and calmly. I can't believe this. I told him there's surveillance cameras. You might want to review those. And I sat on a bench calmly, and I thought things were normal. I get out the maps. You're so quiet when you're doing something like that. I do 3 photos, I upload them on Facebook, and bam, I had 2 cops on me. So what do I assess? No, you can't trust the Port Townsend Police Department. Now, I'm allowed to say that the man looked familiar. I'm allowed to say his name. His first name was Zane. So what I did, they look like they're busy, and this other man with a blue shirt was in this parameter, and he was told to sit on a bench, and he looked like he was on drugs in this sort of crowd, okay? And I think he's going to get some mental health care, okay? So that's fine. They were calling EMTs for this man that you can see visibly needed that. I wasn't being detained, but I was literally questioned for doing nothing but sitting quietly on the beach and posting 3 photos. That is what I did under camera. Okay, so that's serious business, that they're just going up to anybody on the beach, on the benches, especially people that aren't doing anything at all. So I waited for him. He had to get on his phone. He was talking about committing people. I heard that. And I waited for him, and I stood there very calmly, of course. And I said, once he was done with the telephone conversation, I said, "Officer, my name is Heidi. You're going to see me on the beach a lot, so why don't you get to know my name?" And I wanted to know exactly what was her cause for concern to indicate to the police that you needed to come and question me while I sat on the beach. And then I said to him, "You have cameras, I hope. You can see that I'm literally doing nothing. I'm sitting there." And I said, if you could understand how that would feel if you were in my shoes. The guy had blank look on his face. He didn't care. And it was, in my assessment, very, very personal and very targeted. So this guy tried to get me to say whether or not I recognized him from 2219 Sherman Street, Bonnie and Jim Walters' property. He says, "I think I've seen you before. Have I seen you before?" And I just never answered that. And I'm not going to answer that at all, not on camera and not to him. So he tried to get me to talk about something that had nothing to do with why he approached me. And so what I have to assess is that, okay, last night I saw one of these guys, the Port Townsend Police Department, do some actual police work with, see, I can't talk about anything I saw. I can't talk about what I saw over there last night when I was filming. You notice all the mufflers? Look, their count on camera is heinous, one after the next, and they're all trucks. Okay, I can't talk about what I saw. which is an indication that's good for me with the Port Townsend Police Department, okay? But after what I saw, I thought, okay, they're trustworthy. And then no. 12 hours later, I'm sitting on a bench. I'm literally not even talking. I'm just drinking my water. Quietly sitting on a bench. And I have some person, a woman, so I hear, report me as looking like I'm troubled and upset and all sorts of crazed. And I need the cops to question me. She said that. I was looking like I was having a terrible, terrible day. So with what I said I did, it's not even possible. And when I told him what I did, he had this blank look on his face. He's just staring at me with his blue eyes. So the guy clearly wanted to take me in with his mental health roundup, but you can't just round up anybody. They have to be like the guy that they were actually sitting on the bench. Yeah, he's a big mess. So they're targeting me over there in the private property row house facility. I'm starting to think, am I going to sit here, be doing photos of the maps quietly, and they're going to come up to me here, and then like I filmed earlier with the twirling and the screaming, I don't see any action being taken over that. And all the drug addiction and the garbage and everything, I don't see that. They're approaching me. These are the children earlier. I'm sitting there earlier doing nothing to anyone. I go back. These are the kids I typed about and published. I go back and suddenly I'm getting questioned by two Port Townsend police officers. Oh, they were on bicycles. They were on bicycles and they were fully armed. Okay, the one last night over there, who actually was doing police work, and I can't talk about it, was in an SUV. So I don't know what to assess by this, but you can't be approaching people drinking water, putting photos up on Facebook. You can't be doing that.